Hi, I've put my waste sheet down and I'm going to show you how to glue up all of the tabs and cuts and folds that I explained in my last video. So I always try to work from right to the left. That way I don't put my box back into my glue on my waste sheet. And the first thing that I glue up is the vertical turn-in. So I brush that out. Turn it in and rub it down with my Teflon folder. Then I do the two side pieces. And when I brush out this bottom piece, I brush the end as well and do it all at once. So I fold that over, rub it down, and then I push the small fold in first, nice and tight around the edge, and I push the second fold in afterwards. Then again, rub it all down. I like to tap the corners and get a nice, crisp, hard edge. And you see I'm creeping over a little bit every time I do my gluing. You always have to remember when you're making drop spine boxes or doing any kind of bookbinding, you have to remember where your glue is. Which fingers are the gluey fingers and which are the clean fingers. Where the glue is on your paste out waste sheet. So rub that over. Turn. Do the small turn in first. And then do the second turn in. And I always push as I do it. That way it's nice and tight. Burnish. Then I do the side fold-ins. I always start in the center, work the glue out to the edge. And I'll fold that over. And I've got one little thread sticking out. So I'll just cut that off. So I push down from the top to make sure that it's nice and tight. I don't get any little bubbles along the edges. I work it into the corner. And glue down my little tab. Now the tab should only be about 1/8 of an inch or so, and it keeps you from having any gaps in the corner. This one I'm just fitting right into that same space where I glued before for the most part. Glue that side up. Fold that over. Work it into the corners. Burnish down everything, including your little tab. And then the last I don't want to set this into my glue, so I know I'm going off the edge here a little bit, but I'm just gluing it out. And then I will wrap that around nice and tight. Push it into the corner. And then burnish everything. Get out any bubbles that might be there. I like to tap the corners, get any lumps out. Sometimes it flares out a little bit on the corners. Everything looks good. And that is our tray. Now I'm not going to line the interior until I've made the cover. I make the cover first, then I line the interior, and before it dries, I quickly glue it up and glue it down to the cover and put it under a lot of weight. Because if I line it now and I let it sit, it'll dry and it'll curl, and then it's really hard to get it to stay weighted and flat on the cover. So that's what we do later on. Thank you.